My husband's ex claimed to be pregnant with his child on Thanksgiving. My mother-in-law sided with her. That night, I turned the tables with one savage move. Thanksgiving dinner was supposed to be calm, peaceful. Instead, his ex stood up, held her stomach dramatically, and announced she was pregnant with Nathan's baby. My mother-in-law gasped like she'd been waiting her whole life to hear those words. And then she said the line that shattered everything. Finally, we can fix this family. I froze. My husband's hand slipped out of mine, and in that moment, something inside me snapped so violently I could feel the heat crawl up my spine. By midnight, I had turned the tables in a way Juliana and my MIL never saw coming. If you've ever had someone lie to your face and try to ruin your life, if you've ever wished for a moment where justice finally hits back, then hit that like button, subscribe, and get comfortable. Because this story, this is the kind of revenge you wait your whole life to deliver. When I married Nathan, I thought I understood what family dynamics meant. We were solid. We communicated. We fought fair. But there was one shadow neither of us fully acknowledged. Linda, his mother, adored his ex-girlfriend, Juliana. Not liked, not appreciated, adored, idolized, worshipped. She talked about Juliana the way people talk about historical saints. She always brought me flowers. She never argued. She just got our family. She would have given Nathan strong, healthy children. Every sentence felt like a slap I was expected to smile through. At first, Nathan brushed it off. She's just nostalgic. She'll get over it. She loves you, babe. Just ignore her. But then came the first red flag that made my stomach drop. I found Juliana listed as Nathan's emergency contact on a medical form. Not his wife, not his mother, not his sister, his ex. When I confronted him, he promised it was old paperwork, but the unease had already planted its roots. Linda kept inviting Juliana to family gatherings without telling me. I'd walk in with a pie, smiling like a normal human adult. And there she'd be, sitting beside Linda, pouring gravy like she lived there. Nathan always looked embarrassed, but not angry. That hurt more. One day, I overheard Linda whispering in the kitchen, "I know you still love him. You two were perfect. Just be patient. Marriage doesn't last long these days." My hands shook so hard I nearly dropped the plate I was carrying. But that wasn't the worst part. 2 weeks later, I was scrolling through Facebook when I noticed Juliana's profile. A photo of her and Linda, smiling cheek to cheek, captioned, "Brunch with my real family." Real family. I was pregnant by then, 6 weeks, and I hadn't told anyone but Nathan. The air around me felt suddenly colder. Thanksgiving at Linda's home was supposed to be a reset. Nathan insisted on going. "I'll talk to her. She'll behave. I promise." But the moment we walked in, I sensed it, the way Linda's eyes flicked between me and the front door. Something was off. Dinner started normally enough, and for a brief second, I let myself relax. Then the doorbell rang, and in walked Juliana, in a white dress, holding a small gift bag. Everything in me tightened. Linda practically sprinted to hug her. "Oh, honey, you're glowing." We sat down for dinner, but I couldn't eat. The hair on my arms felt electrically charged. Halfway through dessert, Juliana stood up, placed a hand dramatically on her stomach, and whispered, "I'm pregnant with Nathan's baby." Forks clattered. Someone gasped. Linda covered her mouth like she was witnessing a miracle. Nathan whispered, "What the hell?" and immediately stood up. But Linda stepped in front of him like a human shield. "Nathan, don't be ashamed. These things happen. Then she turned to me. The smile she gave me was victorious. You understand, right? This is what's best for our family. My throat burned. My palms were numb. I could hear my own pulse pounding in my ears. I looked at Nathan. His face was pale, panicked, genuinely confused. She's lying, he whispered to me. I swear to God, she's lying. But the damage had been done. Right there, at the dinner table, Linda presented a printed-out sonogram image, and something inside me exploded. I stood up so fast my chair screeched across the floor. Enough, I said. My voice didn't shake. For the first time in months, I felt powerful. Juliana smirked. I just thought you deserved to know. But her eyes flickered, just for a second. Fear. I pulled my phone from my pocket, opened the recording app, and said, "Great. Then you won't mind repeating exactly what you just said, with the due date, doctor's name, and clinic?" Her mouth dropped open. "What? No, I don't feel well," Linda cut in. "Sweetie, she doesn't owe you proof." "Oh, she does," I snapped. Because according to Nathan's work schedule, flight logs, and my own pregnancy timeline, none of this is even biologically possible. The room fell dead silent. Besides, I added, that sonogram is from Google Images. Nathan's head whipped toward Juliana so fast I heard his neck crack. "You downloaded a fake ultrasound?" She froze. But Linda stepped in front of her again. "You're not going to bully her out of keeping her baby." "There is no baby," I said. Then I reached into my bag, pulled out the envelope I'd brought just in case, and placed it on the table. Inside was my positive pregnancy test, my doctor's confirmation letter, my actual proof. And then I said the line that ended everything. "You wanted a grandchild? Well, congratulations. You almost helped destroy the one you already had." Linda's face drained of color. And Nathan? He broke. Right there. Sobbing. Apologizing. Swearing that he had never touched Juliana. But for me, the switch had flipped. This wasn't going to be handled with polite words anymore. I left the house, went straight to my sister Coraline's place, told her everything while shaking so hard she had to hold my hand still. Coraline is the kind of person you want in your corner. Calm, strategic, and fiercely protective. "Good," she said calmly. "Then we handle this legally." That night, with her help, I sent cease and desist letters to both Linda and Juliana. Defamation, emotional harassment, false paternity claim. The next morning, Nathan showed up at Coraline's door looking like he hadn't slept in a century. And for the first time in a long time, he fought for me. I told my mom she's cut off until she apologizes. I blocked Juliana. I filed a harassment report. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. I didn't trust words anymore, but actions I could measure. And he delivered. Weeks later, we met with a lawyer. Nathan had documents showing he hadn't seen Juliana in months. They had no relationship outside Linda forcing interactions. His mother had encouraged Juliana to claim pregnancy. To test his loyalty, Linda had weaponized an ex. And Juliana had played along for attention, money, and emotional validation. When the lawyer asked if we wanted to pursue charges, I looked Nathan in the eyes. He nodded. Whatever she wants, it's her call. So I did something neither of them expected. I let the consequences fall naturally. Juliana received a legal warning that terrified her enough to disappear. Linda's reputation shattered among her own siblings, who called me in tears, apologizing. Nathan cut his mother out completely when he learned she had secretly paid for Juliana's pregnancy plan. And I reclaimed my peace. Nathan changed after that. Not the surface level, I'm sorry, change. The deeper kind, therapy, boundaries, accountability. He took full responsibility for enabling his mother's toxicity, for not protecting our marriage sooner, for not seeing how deeply I was hurting. When our daughter was finally born, he cried harder than I did, and I realized something. The pain didn't destroy us. It rebuilt us, stronger, smarter, united, a family of our own choosing. The moment the truth came out, the moment Linda's face fell and Juliana stuttered through her lies, and every manipulation they built collapsed, that was the justice. Watching them scramble for excuses while holding a fake ultrasound, seeing the shock ripple through the room, hearing Nathan tell his mother, "You almost made me lose my wife forever." Every ounce of pain they caused me hit them back tenfold. And the best part, I didn't have to scream. I didn't have to break anything. All I had to do was expose the truth. They destroyed themselves. Sometimes revenge isn't fire. Sometimes it's clarity. Because when people try to ruin you with lies, nothing hurts them more than you standing tall, with the truth in your hands and a future they can no longer manipulate. If this story gave you chills, smashed your heart, or made you whisper, "Finally," hit that like button. Tell me in the comments, what's the worst fake accusation you've ever seen someone pull? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories where karma doesn't just visit, it moves in permanently.